Hello, Virgo, and welcome. This is a general weekly reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 17th to the 23rd, but dates are extremely flexible. Whenever you view this reading, you might find some message or resonance with it. And if you were with me last week, I said that I was kind of like playing around with different ideas for short weekly readings, mainly because the uploading is so time consuming. So the shorter the video, the shorter the upload time. So on a weekly basis, I'm trying to keep it short. So what I did here was, did the shuffling before I turned on the camera. Okay, so let me explain the setup here. What we have is from the major arcana, the energy behind the reading, your energy, your focus, it depends on the situation, okay? But that's from the major arcana. And from the minor arcana, we have the physical realm, mental realm, and spiritual realm. So in other words, what's going on in your, environment, in your physical life, what's on your mind, what you're focused on, and a message from the universe, which actually 4 cards jumped out. Normally I might think for a reading like this, 4 cards is too many, but the card selection was taking so long. I mean, no cards were jumping out for so long that I said, okay, this is meant to be the message. So we'll take a look at, actually, you know what? No, we'll save this for last. I feel like the message from the universe is the most important here because 4 cards jumped out. But we'll take a look at the other ones first, and then we'll land on this one. Okay, so I feel like this Queen of Swords represents you in this situation, this week, this time period. Basically sitting on your throne, in charge, being recognized for your intelligence, maybe your communication skills, whatever it is that you bring to the table. I actually feel like for most of you, this is related to a work career situation, but it could be any sort of maybe organization you're involved in, a situation where people would be able to recognize you for your skills, for your intelligence, okay? And you're feeling pretty good about it. You're feeling really satisfied with this. Actually, speaking of the word satisfied, okay, your focus is on internal satisfaction. Okay, this is all about you and how you feel about yourself and where you're going with this. And so this is what you're focused on. And with the Temperance reversed, it is really kind of about focusing on your own, your own inner peace and balance. And for some of you, this could indicate there's a little bit of impatience. So for some of you, this might be the energy that you need to focus a little bit more on. Don't be impatient. But really, I feel like this is the overall energy of this situation. You're very in alignment with whatever it is that you do, with your skills, again, being recognized for it by others. With that, like the crown. This represents a person, and with being, a royalty with a crown, it's kind of like public recognition. So others are recognizing your authority, your intelligence, your skills, your knowledge, and benefiting from it potentially. And this is extremely self-satisfying to you. You're focused on your inner satisfaction, and you're feeling really good about yourself. And again, the Temperance reverse, like focusing on your inner peace, your inner balance, okay, kind of really goes along with what's on your mind. So now the message from the universe, 4 cards jumped out. So I feel like we have I guess some major advice here in a sense, okay? I feel like with the 5 of Cups, it's very clear, okay? Make sure you focus on what you have, not what you do not have, right? Because in this card, this figure is looking down and feeling down about these 3 cups that are knocked over and not recognizing the 2 cups behind him that are upright. So, focus on the glass being half full, not half empty. Focus on the positive. Focus on what you have going for you. Focus on what you have and not what you don't have. Speaking of focus, okay, to me, this is often like the card of focus. So really, you want to focus on what you're doing now. Focus on what you are doing now. Focus on the task at hand, whatever it is. That's why I do feel like this is a professional, work-related reading. But whatever it is that you are doing now, keep that same focus going. And well, basically, keep focus on what you're doing now. But now we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. This is not the week or time period, whenever you're watching this, this is not the time period to start something new. That doesn't mean that next week won't be, but the start of new action, the new plan, this is not the time for it. Focus on what you're doing. Maybe you're leading up to a new plan, but whatever it is that you've been doing, keep doing that this week and don't get the new plans underway. Again, for some of you, it might be that this is just, maybe next week is the week to start the new plan, but it's just not this week. Focus on what you have, focus on what you're doing, and don't start the new plan yet. And then look at this, another Pentacles. Wow. The Six of Pentacles. So, okay, yeah, look at this. With the Temperance reversed, you're focused on your own personal inner balance, and the universe is telling you if you follow the first three cards of advice, then you will find also the financial balance, and it's really more than just balance. I know we have like the scales here, and because it's the give and take, but I also feel like you will find yourself in a better financial position where like money is flowing in and out, and you're comfortable with that. So your finances improve to the point where you don't mind being generous. You can give money away. You can spend more on yourself and others. Maybe for some of you, it's even investing in the next step of the business. So with the Three of Pentacles reversed here, if this is just a temporary, like holding off of the start of the new plan, if you keep focused on what you're doing this week, then you might find you have more resources to apply to the new plan. Of course, everyone's situation is different, but I feel like the message here is pretty universal, okay? Again, I will recap this only because that's what I like to hear. So if you're done, feel free to exit Virgo, but just again, remind you, focus on what you do have and not what you don't. So focus on the positive. Focus this week on what you're already doing, what you're already working on. Don't start that new plan, at least not yet. And it will lead to this financial balance and probably even your own, a feeling of balance, like with the Temperance reversed. And you will find yourself in better off financially, in a position, again, maybe to invest more in whatever it is that you want to do, share the wealth, maybe even hire people if you're an employer. But I really feel like this is a really positive message and very specific from the universe about what you should be doing this week as far as your focus. Maybe not specifically on any specific tasks, but your focus. And I really like it, Virgo. So, I hope it resonates with you. I hope you are feeling great about yourself, having inner balance and inner satisfaction, deep inner satisfaction. And, try to take the universe's advice this week because I feel like it's really positive and leading you in a great direction. So if you feel so inclined, I would appreciate it if you would support this channel by clicking the thumbs up. Either way, I do want to thank you for being with me, and be on the lookout for your reading for the Cancer season. So the Virgo reading for the Cancer season, sometime shortly before Cancer season starts. Just be on the lookout for that. And with that, Virgo, I wish you a really aligned positive and prosperous week.